Yes, 100 million euros. It's completely fine.
Hey Wessel, what are the 5 best vintage guitars here at the Fellowship of Acoustics? Can you show me?
5? Seriously? Well, we can have a look, see if we can make it to 5. Let's go to the vintage room, I suppose.
So what are you looking for in a vintage guitar, Wessel? You're one of our sales employees.
I suppose that there's a couple of things you could be looking for. You can have a guitar that's worth the investment, so something that would go up in value, right? Ideally, for an investment. Or perhaps you want something that's nice and playable, you know, something that inspires you, something that has a lot of soul in it.
Maybe not as clean?
Maybe not as clean. We have a couple of those as well, of course. So for those that have visited the store here, they know that we have plenty of rooms, one with resonators and ukuleles and banjos, another one with nylon guitars, and one of them, which used to be the old mayor's room, is the vintage room. The name kind of gives it away, but this is where we keep most of the vintage guitars. This is also the only place in the villa where you will find electric guitars. So you can see we got a great selection of the classics, and a couple of them they popped into my mind when you asked about the 5 vintage guitars.
Let's start with number 5. What is it?
I would have to go with a bit of an odd one out, because define vintage.
I would say maybe 30 years old?
Well, that would mean that I have to do the math, but it's from 1988, and it's an.
It's okay.
I think it checks out roughly, yeah. And this one is an 88, like we said, and it's built. It's one of the very first vintage reissues that they were doing, so built completely like they would do it in 1952, the Blackguard style. So they got the bakelite appointments, and particularly nice is that they've got the handwritten date here in the neck. As well, the initials of the builder there. So very, very cool appointment. And well, it's a guitar that stays well under 3,000 euros. When you think about vintage guitars, your wallet starts to scream already, because, you know, vintage guitars can be very expensive. But, you know, the 60s guitars, the 50s Martins, the 40s Gibsons, they weren't as expensive maybe 20 years ago. So you can see that line is always, you know, moving forward. Usually goes with the time. So stuff from the 70s, stuff from the 80s is still affordable right now, but you know, if you're looking for a nice guitar, a nice, probably safe investment, although of course I cannot be held accountable for that.
Please call us at the Fellowship, ask for Wessel.
Yeah. But well, one thing I can guarantee is that you would have something that you really enjoy, an investment that you really enjoy. As long as the time moves on, the guitars get more valuable. And as a matter of fact, we just published a nice article about that you know, we can insert somewhere, I'm sure, or at least can be found on the website, where you can see all the guitars that have become more valuable over time. And the stuff that's still affordable right now, for example, this 88 Telecaster, which would be my first pick at number 5, is definitely one of them. A couple of more that, you know, like I can think of. This one, I think it's for sale at 1,600 euros. It's a Dan Smith era Stratocaster. We got an old 3/4 size Gibson Melody Maker over there, the SG, that's insanely cool. Even an old Epiphone from the 60s, you can get that for a reasonable price.
Maybe a Music Master?
Yeah, or this Duosonic over here. Look at that finish, that's insanely cool. desert sand. I think this one's been modified. This one is probably in the sale right now. Yeah, it's 3,829 euros for a piece of Fender history.
Honorable mention, but not in the top 5.
Honorable mention, definitely.
So number 4, Wessel.
Yeah, so it's, of course, look, the room that we're standing in is it's a bizarre task that I was tasked with, to pick 5 guitars, and yeah, not to mention that these are not all the vintage guitars that we have in the store right now. But before I mentioned that you can get a good investment, I think we kind of discussed that one with the 88 Telecaster. Otherwise, you could also get a guitar that maybe isn't the perfect one. Because it's been played, it's scarred, but it does have that sound. It does inspire you in a way that, you know, you want to hold it and not let go of it. And I think I find that in this one. Yeah, a close-up would kind of take away all the introduction that I just did. It's an LO from 1937, so that is a golden era Gibson, pre-war Gibson. And it's, you can see it's a pre-war. It might have gone to war because it's got the scars all over, but still it's in a healthy condition, and I think that's the most important thing to mention here. It's got a couple of cracks, sure. It's got a weather checking, yes. Bindings had some repairs, replacement tuners.
Like neck reset? Probably.
Most likely, yeah, 100% sure actually. A couple of things as well with a guitar like this is, like I said, it's a healthy guitar. It's got the scars, it's got the cracks. What matters here is whether it's been repaired and how it's been repaired. So if we take a look at this one, it's got what seems to be the original bridge, might be an exact replica, but it's got a very, very tall saddle. So that means that it's got a great playability for many, many years to come. And frets are sufficient. So it's a nicely recovered guitar. And
perfect recording guitar as well.
Perfect recording guitar, and you know, you sit on it like this. Yeah, try to let go of it. What we find at the Fellowship is that often these guitars that are beaten to, pardon my French, they are like that because they have been played. And guitars that have been played, they sound insanely well. So that's the case with this one as well. So this is why this is my number 4 pick in this difficult list to make. Yeah, so that was 3 more to go, and I suppose that for these, yeah, we have to go to the vault. This is where we keep the most prized possessions, so to say. So we have to, yeah, on quite of a sad note, say goodbye to this room because there's a lot of nice guitars. The Les Paul recording, you know, like actual Les Paul worked on it. This is his personal project. It's a bit of a misunderstood one, but definitely a good guitar if you are a bit of a freak when it comes to tone. 335 from 68. We recently sold a 64 just like Eric Clapton's. Did this one sound better? Ears of the beholder, but definitely a great guitar as well for the fraction of the price. So, but anyways, plenty to keep on going for, and yeah, let's head to the vault and see what's there. Talk about vintage, huh? It's not only guitars here.
58?
58, yeah, just like Rudy. Except who's in a better state? I don't know. Okay, for those that know me, they would have known that there would be a D18 in this video. Not just any, this is a war era, this is a war timer, so to say, 1945. Well, this is definitely one of these guitars that have gone up tremendously, but still stay a little bit in the shades of the D28s, because of course the Brazilian rosewood make them more valuable. But yeah, these have been proven to go up a lot in the past.
Why do you like the 18 so much?
I don't know. I think it's very comparable to my own personality. Big, bold, and still kind of sweet in sound. I don't know. It's just a guitar that if you push them, you know, like they will bark back. But you can also play them very nicely and subtly. So just a guitar that personally I really enjoy, and I think it's a guitar that everyone should have, for sure. This is a 45, so wartime, particularly pre-war, but also wartime Martins, they do extremely well when it comes to the value. This one has had a couple of appointments or changes, if you will, that made it more, reasonably priced, so to say. So obviously it's got a replacement bridge that's been made slightly bigger. This is a repair that needs to be done from time to time. So you can tell that that's the case. I think this is a later big guard as well. And interesting about the wartimers is the war shortage. So there's a couple of things that you see about this and a couple of things you don't see about it. It's got the plastic knobs. They didn't use the steel knobs because of the war shortage. They could use that for bullets. Same goes for the bushings. There's no bushings on this guitar. So that's all, you know, like unessential appointments to a guitar in the time that they could use the steel. And also it doesn't have a steel rod, it has an ebony rod inside. Obviously you cannot see that right now. Needless to say, I love him, so this is my third pick. Just when I was about to put this one back, I saw this one. I didn't even know we had it. The Fellowship wouldn't be the Fellowship. 46, maybe I should have picked this one because it's got a bit more character perhaps. Yeah, super cool. And of course, you can tell the differences. War shortage, no war shortage. So.
Another honorable mention.
Definitely a different neck as well. Honorable mention for sure. I think everyone can tell what's inside. Fellowship of Acoustics doesn't only do acoustic guitars. You've seen electrics. We also love basses, especially when they come as such. This is a 1965 Candy Apple Red. Insanely cool. We traded this some time ago. It's obviously a P bass with flat wounds equipped on it right now.
Tell me about this.
If I recall it correctly, they used this undercoat from 63 to 65. They used the Inca silver one, and then in 65 they switched to a gold undercoat as it would give the red a more reddish tint. So this obviously has got the gold undercoat, and I think this is the stuff they're trying to pull off at the custom shop these days, because you know they do an insane job, but you know, like this, you know, packs a punch.
You can't really fake this.
You can't really fake this at all, yeah. Especially here, all the wear, all the friction throughout the years has exposed the undercoat, and I think that makes a very, very attractive guitar. Another one that's in an extremely good condition as well. Classic for the fenders as well. The shrunk pickguard with the base plate showing through there.
Is it still L series or is it?
Yeah, this is L series. You can tell from this.
You can tell from the L.
Yeah, the L kind of gives it away. Cool koffertje erbij, hoppakee.
So that was number 2.
Yeah, I picked a bass for number 2. No D18.
Controversial.
Yeah, controversial. Try to mix things up.
But we love bass players.
Yeah.
Please visit our store.
Yeah, more bass in this place, please.
Drum roll.
Yeah, I think this is a bittersweet moment, right? What do you think, Milo?
I think you're maybe going for something blonde.
You can't go wrong with a blonde.
Something pre-1960.
Should I reveal it?
Yeah.
Okay. Of course, I can't sweat enough how difficult it is to make a top 5. For this one, I'm going for the ES 175 DN. Like you said, it's a blonde or natural, which the N stands for. And this one is a 59, so I think this is the most desired ear for these. I'm not sure why. Maybe it sounds cool, 59. But of course, they're pretty rare to start with. And then the natural version of it, or referred to as blonde as well. Yeah, we got this some time ago. It just appeared on our trail, and this is definitely something that we enjoy having. So of course, amazing jazz guitar, but played by a lot of great musicians. The list is too big to name.
Not only jazz musicians.
Not only jazz musicians, for sure. Why? Well, of course, 59 original, so it's got the PAFs, so the PAF pickups.
Worth maybe 15K alone?
Probably, yes. Yeah, I'm not sure about the actual numbers, but these are double wides PAFs, so these are extremely rare. Yeah, so I think you're quite right there with the 10 to 15,000 euros for just the pickups. Does that make sense? I don't know, but it is the market, and yeah, this had to be my number 1 pick. So yeah, like I said, bit of a bittersweet moment. Of course, it was very, very difficult as a vintage lover to pick 5. We have a lot. We have the vault here. You should definitely come and check it out. We have a shop tour video if you're not close, so you can check it out there. We've got the vintage room. The great thing about the fellowship is that you can play all guitars if you make it to the store. If you cannot quite make it to the store, I understand. It's very far away. This is why Milo and the team and Maiko and everyone, they make great videos of all the guitars. So yeah, check them out on a YouTube demo. But also, if you see something that's not there, request us a demo. We can play something for you. We happily do that. Of course, we'll be playing the guitars, so no problem. So yeah, please check it out. Check out our website, but also let us know which was your favorite. Could be from my top 5 list, or could be any guitar that you see in the store. So great to hear from you. Thanks.